before light, there was her voice. Once in a time before the sun painted the sky with gold, before the moon cast its silver glow, there was only darkness. But this darkness was not empty. It was alive with whispers, soft and steady, like the beating of a heart. And in that endless night, there was a voice. Her voice. No one knew where she came from, only that she had always been there. Her words were not like the sharp commands of kings or the proud boasts of warriors. They were gentle, warm, like the first touch of dawn. She spoke, and the darkness listened. She told stories. Stories of places unseen, of creatures yet to be born, of love and loss, of courage and fear. The darkness clung to her words, shaping itself around them, as if eager to become something more. And so, little by little, the world began to form. Her first tale was of a great tree, roots deep in the earth, branches stretching high into the void. As she spoke, the tree appeared, not all at once, but slowly, as if growing from the very sound of her voice. Its leaves shimmered, though there was no light to make them glow. They simply knew how to shine. The creatures came next. Not the ones we know now, but strange beings, half-formed, curious. They had no names, no shapes of their own, so they took the forms she gave them. Winged things that danced between the branches, scaled beasts that slithered through unseen rivers, and tiny, glowing spirits that clung to the tree like fireflies. But the darkness was vast, and her voice so strong was only one. Sometimes the creatures grew afraid. "What lies beyond the tree?" they asked. "What waits in the deeper dark?" She did not scold them for their fear. Instead, she wrapped them in another story. This time, of a path, a winding road of silver mist, leading to places even she had not yet imagined. "Follow it," she whispered. "And if you are brave, you will find marvels." Some of the creatures did. They stepped onto the path and vanished into the unknown. Those who stayed behind wondered if they had been foolish or wise. But the voice soothed them. "Every story needs its wanderers," she said, "and every wanderer finds their way home." Time passed, or perhaps it didn't, for there were no days to count, no seasons to mark. Yet change came. The tree grew taller. The creatures grew bolder. And the voice, she grew quieter. Not because she was fading, but because the world was learning to speak for itself. The leaves of the great tree rustled, and their sound was like laughter. The creatures hummed and chirped, testing their own voices. Even the darkness seemed to murmur, as if remembering the tales it had heard. And then, one moment, or maybe after 1,000 moments, the voice spoke her last story. It was not grand or loud. It was simple. A story about light. "Before light," she said, "there was only me. But now there is all of you, and you are enough." As the words left her, something new stirred. A spark. A glow. The first light, small but bright, flickered at the top of the great tree. Then another, and another, until the whole world shimmered. The creatures gasped. The darkness trembled. And the voice? She did not vanish. She became part of everything. The rustle of the leaves, the song of the wind, the warmth of the newborn light, all of it carried her whisper. And so the world began, not with a roar, not with a command, but with a story. A story told in the dark by a voice that needed no name. Even now, if you listen closely, when the night is deep and the stars are watching, you might hear her. Not in words, but in the quiet promise that every dawn brings, that before the light there was love, and after it there always will be. So sleep now, little wanderer, and dream of the voice that began it all. The end.